Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. On my way back from Tractor Supply, trying to run away from the heat basically. I get done with my stuff as soon as I can in the morning and then run to where I gotta go. Unfortunately, I don't live that close to anything, so I gotta drive a long way to get to environmental. So it is what it is, and I can only take so many dogs in the vehicle because I've got no air conditioning, so I gotta be very conscientious of everything I do, right? But it is what it is, and we deal with it, and we're out and about. But what I wanted to yak about real quick here, guys, is subject matter in dealing with personal protection or protection dogs in general, right? I've had a lot of people coming at me lately, and they all want to get their dogs trained for protection. And I ask them a lot of questions when I'm sitting there BSing with them like I just got done doing. That's what my mind is in this conversation. I just got done happening with a person that approached me at Tractor Supply. First thing he did is told me the breed. I always ask him what breed of dog it is, how old is it, any problems you're facing right now, etc. And I find out real quick the dog's a 2-year-old dog. What have you been doing? Not much. I go to work every day, but I really would like to have my dog trained for protection. Reality and truth. Your dog is not going to be trained by me anyway. Maybe there are some junkyard dog trainers that are out there that might do the service for you to tease dogs behind the fence line and take that dog and just do the bite works aspects of things. It's not me though. I won't do that. And anybody that's reputable, in my mind, anybody that's reputable will not do it either, because the liability is too high. If you've got a dog that's behind a fence, he's a nasty dog, and you want me to come over and tease that fence line or do bite work with your dog, and he has nothing in the bank as far as being raised properly to meet the criteria that I demand of my customers and demand of myself and demand of the profession overall, is to have a stable, well-developed dog, not just a junkyard dog, okay? Going out, and there's trainers out there now that are going out and doing all kinds of bite work. It looks great on film, dogs out there doing all this stuff, nasty as hell, but where's the dog's head at in regards to being a stable animal? Most of the time, they're not, right? I've got one guy up here that's charging $20, $30, $40 a session, and all they're doing is what I call chaos. Nothing but teeth and nothing but, boy, does it look good. But what they don't tell you, and what you don't see, is where's that dog's head at when they go walking down the road, or they want to go out in public, they want to go do something, and they can't do it because their dog is not a stable animal, and the dog will end up biting somebody, and it's nothing but a liability. Why am I going to put myself through it and go out and tease your dog and have that onus on me as the trainer that represents what I produce? I produce a product. I pride myself on producing a finished product, okay? A dog that I take any place with me, friendly and fine, is stable, well-developed and balanced. And then on top of that, we actually mesh in the protection with it, okay? And that allows me to be proud of what I produce. The product that I produce is a stable animal. And I can do that with all kinds of different animals. Right now I've got a dog that's a Connie Corso. His name is Panther. He's about 4, maybe 5 months old now. And I've been doing nothing but saturating him with environmental. Doing everything I can. And now all of a sudden the person that's contracted me said the customer is interested in doing protection training. So here it is. That dog, and if he doesn't qualify by virtue of being a stable animal that I can take out with me in public and being stable, being well developed, and having confidence and coming from a place of being confident and secure within himself and strong mentally and physically to do the job, I won't do it. Come at me when your dog is 2 years of age. Come at me when the dog's 1.5 years of age. And tell me that dog's been in the backyard and I don't do much with him, but I'd like to have him protection trained. And I'm going to tell you that you got to go through the obedience first, and I've got to know where that dog's head's at before I start working with you towards bite work. Okay? Bottom line, guys, these dogs have all the genetics and the breeding in the world that allow them to be able to do the job. But at the same time, if you don't start molding and shaping that clay when they're young and give them what they need environmentally and with proper work to develop that animal to be that strong, mentally strong and physically strong dog that is strong in the respect of being stable and sure of himself and confident, I won't do the work, okay? So if you see me in the parking lot somewhere, you want to come up and talk to me about dog training, don't even think about it if your dog's a 2-year-old dog and you haven't done diddly squat with, because he's probably not going to. There's an exception to the rule, I'm sure, but in a general sense, the dog's probably never going to qualify for protection because you haven't been working with him since he's been a puppy and developing that animal towards that finished product. What he is today as a puppy is not what he's going to be when he's older, okay? And if you don't do the work in the right way to develop that animal, again, I won't work with you and you'll have a dog that's just vicious behind the fence line. You won't be able to take him anywhere. He won't be worth the diddly squat as far as I'm concerned. He's worthless because the dog is not stable. He's a liability. And if he ever bites somebody, you're screwed, because go try to show that to the judge. Yeah, judge, my dog's... No. You have a lot of responsibility owning a dog like this. A lot of these breeds, they have all the potential in the world, but they're not being developed properly, so they're doing it out of fear and out of insecurity. Put that together with a Cane Corso that's already coming from that side because they've been bred to be highly suspicious and territorial and all that stuff that comes with it, right? The Oscar Moras of the world with his big old Cane Corso Oppresso, whatever he's got. A lot of work into that dog. That dog is stable and well developed. That dog can go places with him and do things. That's what we want to produce. That's where I want to produce a product that is a direct reflection of my ability to train dogs. So if you want to work with me, I'm more than happy to work with me, but you better get with me when the dog's young, when they're a puppy. About 16 weeks of age is when I start. At home, when I've got my litters, I start at 12 weeks of age. But actually younger than that. You get my point. In other words, for public consumption and environmental, I started about 12 weeks of age. They're not done with their last shot where they're totally protected until they're 16 weeks of age. But I don't like missing any development period, so I kind of cheat and I do things in the way that needs to be done so that I can develop the animal and get him out in the environment as soon as I can. Right? So that's just it in a nutshell. A Panther is going to go a long way as long as the owner follows our program and helps us with our development towards the finished product. If they don't want to get off the couch and they think they're just going to put their money down on the table and poof, I'm going to have a well-trained dog. It doesn't work that way, guys. It really doesn't. I'm here to help you, guide you, and do everything I can to get you a quick shot in the arm towards the development. That's why you bring the dog to me to do that main stuff. But so just keep it in mind, especially with some of these breeds like Presses and Connies and Mastiffs and things like that we're getting our hands on over here in America. Most people don't have a clue. All they see is a cuddly puppy. They don't realize that puppy's going to grow up. That puppy's going to be a liability if you don't put the work in. So, all right, enough said. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, yakking at the screen about dogs as always. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.